Hi, this is Beth of Beth's Needlework Stash, and we're working on Inchies by Rees. We're on block B4. Before I start, I'm going to show you to correct this block. I redid this block incorrectly and this block incorrectly. But they're staying in because it doesn't really matter. And then if you've got eagle eyes, I ripped this block already once. So this is going to be a reverse Scotch stitch, and she has you do it so you do it in quadrants. You're going to do one quadrant here and then another quadrant up here. You're using your one of your watercolors, and I'm going to start with kind of a pin stitch here. So just put a knot in. Oops, you can see I have thread on the back that's fuzzing up. So I'm just going to go one way, and this is an L, and because we are covering so much of this, it'll be fine. I just don't want to be, I feel like this will be a better, more secure for right now. So I forgot to leave 2 threads when I did it last time. So there's my 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to start here. So let's make sure I'm in the right spot. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I should be making my, I had my hand in the way, so you didn't even get to see that. So normally I stitch two-handed when I do these, but because my hand gets in the way, we'll do it with just one. So I just realized this isn't really centered. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should be finished in the right spot. I will probably adjust the camera angle here in a little bit. But I'm going to do all 4 of these, this little quadrant of Scotch stitches. And then I am going to change threads. I hope I made my thread long enough. I don't remember. I did not measure it. Would have been a good thing to do. And this is all untwisting my watercolors. And I don't know how to fix this lighting so it's any better, and I apologize for that. I have tried many things on this with this camera. I'm checking the back of mine. So see how it's kind of, I don't know if you can see that. It's very untwisty. I like watercolors. I love how they look, but they are very soft thread and come untwisted easily, in my opinion. Right, but what I was going to say, I never finish my thoughts, and my kids are always laughing at me about it. So I'm going to finish, I don't know if I said this, I'm going to finish these 4 squares right in here. And then I'm going to move to this quadrant over here with hopefully the same thread that I'm using. And then I'm going to get a new thread and do these 2. So I'm going to pause the video and do all these 4. And then I don't think you need to watch me stitch this reverse Scotch. And then I'll show you how I do the rest. Alright, as you can see, I finished 1 quadrant. I still have thread left. I'm going to go, and so what I did is I counted down. I counted holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and started diagonally from that hole. Let me see if I might get you a little closer. Okay, so counted here, this hole right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, excuse me, and then I did diagonally, and that's where I'm going to come up. And I did not hide, bury my thread underneath. I know this is thick canvas. You're not going to, when you frame this or finish this, however you finish this, you will not know. I mean, it won't make any difference on the back of this. So again, I'm just going to try to get all of this in with this one thread, and I don't think I will. But if I don't, that's all right. I will actually pull the same thread out and trying to keep it kind of in this colorway, because you know you have 3 plies of the same. So that way it looks like this section kind of goes together. So again, I'm going to pause. I will finish this quadrant. I will show you one more how I start a new thread and do the other 2 real quick. Hopefully this won't be too long of a video for you. Alright, so you will notice that I ran out of thread. So an 18-inch length is not long enough to do 2. And that's what I cut for both of these little quadrants. So I'm actually going to leave that and decide in a moment what I'm going to do, because I know I'm going to run out in the other 2 sections because it is too short. My thread is too short. So if you want enough length to finish all 4 quadrants, I would suggest doing a 20-inch length, or doing each little square, little 4, with a separate section of thread. A little bit more starting and stopping, but not as long as a piece of thread. So, so I used 18 inches, maybe use a 12-inch length. That should get you one of these little squares, maybe 12 to 14. You have plenty of thread. You're not going to run out, not of the watercolor. You should have plenty. So again, I'm just going to do, and this time, because I know I am short, I'm going to do something to see if I can get my thread to last a little longer. So, okay, I've got that. Oops, I'm shaking everything. Okay, so I want that out of the way. So there's my waist knot. We know we're going to do a quadrant here. So instead of going all the way up and starting in this quadrant, up in this square, I am just going to do, why does that look like it's in the wrong spot? What did I do? Oh, it's probably my waist knot or something, but I'm leaving it. You can't tell. So here we go. So hopefully I might have enough, although I'm going to have to go a long way to go across to the other one. That was not smart. Says Miss Beth. I'm still going. I'm going to continue, and then I'll hopefully I'll show you what. So you can't see because the lighting's so bad. Oops. I'm out of focus. Okay. Right here, I can see a line. It's my waist knot is on my line, and that's what was confusing me. Like, did I make a mistake? I'm just leaving it, and I'm going to keep going because you can't see it. I mean, you can if it was judged. If I was going to take this to be judged, it would have to come out. But for these purposes, this is not obviously going to be judged because I've made too many mistakes in it. It is just going to be stitched. So, anyway. So, I finished one quadrant. I'm moving up to this one. And we'll see if I get to play thread chicken. Maybe I'll record this and go through fast forward. I won't talk. And then you can see thread chicken.
And we are
So I ran out of thread. Very frustrating. But now I'm going to put a knot here. I'm using the same length, the same color that I was using before. I just put the end in, so this color and this color are the same, but I don't want to start another variation. I know that will bug me. So I'm going to do a couple of stitches here, start taking out knots, and then I will off camera end up tucking this thread underneath, and then I will do the same thing, find the thread that the length that I cut for this, and do that. So my advice is, and I'll put this at the beginning of the video, hopefully. You know what a dingbat I am. Cut a longer length, make it, I'm guessing, if you're careful, you can get out by with probably a 20-inch, or cut 12-inch, cut shorter, and stop and start each little quadrant. Anyway, I hopefully will have a picture to show you at the end, and I will see you on the next video.